So now we got that stack view kind of set, we're going to set each item inside. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to click on the casino icon, and we're going to come down to this one. We're just going to horizontally, vertically center it inside. So notice now that it just snaps into place. Okay. Now, using two items kind of inside is a little bit more tricky. So what we're going to do is we're going to select both those items, and then we're going to embed them into a stack view. Now it's going to shrink it a little bit, and that's okay. At this point in time, this is more about getting the items aligned more than the size of them, so totally fine. And we're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to come down. We are going to horizontally and vertically center those inside. Okay. So now we have the two items here. And really, if you wanted to, increase the spacing in between both items, if you want to center them, bring them a little bit more out, you could do that. Okay. But up to you, kind of how you want it to look. And then we're going to come down here. We're going to do the same thing for the button. So we're going to center it in the center of the container. And notice how it shrinks it. Okay, so now we want to specifically set how big it is. Now you could leave it just like this. That's totally fine. But if you want to make it a little bit bigger, this is we're going to use the width and the height. So if I was going to say I want it to be 300 width, 125 height, and then add the two constraints, that's the way it's going to look. Okay, you kind of play with it, see how you want to get it to look, but it's always going to be like that in the center. Now notice we have this little icon up here, and we have a localization issue and fixed width. And what this basically means is that we want to make sure that the button can extend if the text inside the button changes. So let's just say, just for instance, that the button text like this, and it couldn't fit and shrink or grow the size of the button. Okay, and that's what basically this is going to do. So we're just going to set this to set constraint to current width. Confirm. Notice how it brings it out. As crazy as all what I just said actually does work, but we're just going to put it back to roll or whatever you had before. And notice how it now shrinks down. Okay, so now it can actively grow and shrink with depending on what text is going into the box. Okay, and we should be able to turn it now. I mean, it looks pretty beautiful. Little couple things little messed up there, but first things first, getting rid of the right boxes. So we're going to click on each view. We're going to change the background from system background to just default. Notice how it just disappears. Default is just like the clear background, and you won't even know that those boxes are there. And look at that. Now we can turn it. Picture's off a little bit. It's okay. I don't actually know how to actively shrink it in the turning of it in the code or however that works, but this is good enough for now. But now what I'd like you to do, if I load this in a 7th iPod Touch generation, it should fit and the button shouldn't be cut off. So let's see and find out right now. Let's let it build up. I probably should have had this ready to go before you watch the video, so just scrub forward if you don't want to listen to my voice talking. I know how impatient you kids have become in this late age of technology, but here, boom, roll. All right, now it's obviously it has to really fit on there. So, but it works, even though it looks bad being turned. It works. It fits. It does what it needs to do. Beautiful. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Good job, guys. If you didn't get this, go back and do it again. But at this point, if you want to make an app, you want to put in an app store, you're going to have to create the app and be able to fit the things on the screen, okay? So hopefully you guys got something good out of this. There'll be like one more thing that we'll do for the next app, and that's about it. Then you guys are kind of on your own in this part. All right? See you in the next video. See you in the next day. See you in the next lesson. Holla!